What did Dee do to this? She like lifted it up. Is she chewing it? Okay.
Coach, another gritty win.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the wins are gritty, but when you see that fight from your team, especially at home, what's that like for you as a coach to see that fight from them?
Yeah, I mean, they love playing here. They definitely they were not going to lose, like refusing to lose this game no matter what. Real fire and fight. When teams kind of mix it up with us, that's usually good for us. That gets us kind of locked in and really into the game. And so I thought they just really rallied. They came together. Our cohesiveness as a unit is really improving. So it was a great team win, especially losing Diamond early, such an important part of our team. So not having her, I thought Jenny Sims came in and gave us some great minutes. So yeah, it was good.
Today was a really great game to watch as a fan. I know you're entrenched in it, but do you ever have moments where you step back and say, wow, this is awesome. I'm getting to coach these women out here on this court right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a fan of WNBA. So I'm always excited to see these great players doing the things they do. Sometimes they do incredible things. And when they do, sometimes I'm like, wow, even my assistants were like, wow. So it's just great that it was a great game for our fans. And I hope those incredible things go out on social media and then more people come to our games. Come to a game. Footprint Center is pretty fun, right? It's pretty fun.
About 8 minutes left and led all the rest of the way. Whereas in the Minnesota game, you kept coming back, couldn't get over the hump and get the lead. Was there something substantially different tonight that helped you get the lead and maintain it?
I think we're hitting shots, right? D shot really well, probably close to 60%. We were getting lots of good open shots at Minnesota, and we just missed some critical ones. So I think we just kind of hit those big ones in this game, and for them, they missed a couple. So it's a shot making league, and so that was a huge factor. And then I think playing at home gives us a little pump, right? When you miss shots and the whole arena doesn't erupt in like, yay. But when we start playing well, or you can look to the fans and get fired up, I think that all helps our players. And we have such great fans here.
Coach, what can you say about the starting lineup who accounted for every single point in this game?
Oh, great. What can I say about them? They're warriors. They're absolute warriors. They battled in every way. We changed up our defenses a bunch. And they were, I wish there was more timeouts to give them more rest. But they constantly battled, like when they're out there and they're playing as hard as they can, you can see them mouth breathing, and you're like, oh yeah, we got to get a sub in or whatever. So I was super impressed with them. Their contributions were outstanding tonight. And, for us, we've been through a lot this year and we have had some challenges, but we need everybody. Now we know who we got and everybody has to show up. And, besides losing Diamond, we had all our key players really have great performances tonight. Sky with 9 assists and 0 turnovers, and easily could have been 10 or 12 or 13 assists. That's just a great performance. We do put a lot of focus on taking care of the ball. So that was outstanding.
And speaking of Diamond, any update to her injury?
I haven't gotten any updates so far. Obviously hopeful that it's not something long-term, but it was pretty good hit from my angle. I haven't seen the replay. I'm really hopeful that she'll be back soon.
And one more thing, what do you think of what happened between Sophie and in that scrum in the second quarter?
Don't mess with Sophie Cunningham. I mean, right? Like, yeah, she's not going to back down from anything, as most of our team is. We have that persona, and and we had a lot of jawing. Sophie didn't play our 2 games in Washington, the previous 2 games, and there was a lot of jawing to the bench. So I know she was excited to be on the court tonight to back up her words.
Diane spoke about the ECAP players coming up in administration, speaking on Griner's behalf. I just wonder what you thought about that, because it takes some courage
Yeah.
in Russia, go for Russians to go out and speak on her behalf.
Yeah, it speaks to what a great person that BG is and what a terrible situation that she's in. And it's wonderful to see them do that. That's the extension of our basketball community and the care that they have. That's how, their teammates, those are their teammates, those are their players, just like how we feel, they feel that too. And so I'm extremely grateful for those teammates and coaches that testified on her behalf and for all the people that are out being outspoken and making this continue to be a front of the news story with 147 days. I mean, when it gets to 150, what are we going to do then? Fans are going to put up signs. Like, what are we going to do? So yeah, I think that was great. And I know that those are people Dean knows personally as well. So hopefully that has a really positive effect for the trial. That's all you got, you guys? That's it.
Think so.
Thursday night in Phoenix, y'all. What's the hot spot? I just moved here. Come on. Come on. Scottsdale. Come on, y'all. There's got to be a spot.
You guys think you did better or a little bit of home court, or what do you think?
I think all of the above, Minnesota was a heck of a game to come off break, right? No, besides Sky, no one really played in a while. And so that one kind of got us going, got us in rhythm. But tonight, I think everyone just played so solid from top to bottom and everyone contributed. And I think we're just starting to find our rhythm a little bit. Like we've always said, we're a second half team and we're starting to show little spurts of that.
So you're no stranger to bumping and bruising. Obviously, you have been, of course, especially with the small ball going on. What did you make of the altercation between you and High Talent?
Oh, it's nothing. I mean, if that happened with guys, like we probably wouldn't be talking about that. But I thought I got fouled and stepped over me. So I mean, why can't I be a little feisty and sassy?
Of course, you can. DT seemed to stick up for you there as well. What's it like when you have?
I got my money on Heinz Allen all day.
Oh my gosh, rude.
So what's it like when you have your team having your back?
I would have their back. I think that's just who we are. We're feisty here, and we don't let people mess with our team. So kind of like nothing happened between Del Don and Sky. I think that was dumb technicals there, but I mean, when you have her on your team, I think you're good to go. You have a little bit of confidence in you.
DT, when something like that happens, do you feel like you have that kind of captain's responsibility to stick up for her?
I mean, there's, in life, there's certain people you just don't worry about. I don't worry about Sophie. If we're in a dark alley and Sophie's by herself, she's gonna be okay. So she'll be all right.
Maybe that was a 3-point conversion here. You guys got off to a slow start today. Do you attribute that a little bit to come off of a double overtime game?
I mean, it was a physical, grueling game. When you play that many minutes, I think collectively as a group, we had a lot of guys play a lot of high volume minutes. And, I think that first quarter, I think Sophie said it, we were just trying to get our second wind, our legs under us. And, it's those little moments though, that kind of get you going a little bit. And then you forget that you might be fatigued or, you just had a long game. So, little moments like that really get you going.
And was there any special message from the coach at the end of the first quarter to get to rid of the second quarter of getting the game set up like that?
Yeah, coach has been really good. She's a rookie too. So I think you've seen her progression as a coach through the last couple of weeks. And she was calm, she was collected in that huddle. I think as you get in this league, these games are so long. And you might be down, 12, 13, it's a long game. And I don't say much, but I always say it's a long game. It's a long game. Like there's a lot of possessions, there's a lot of things that can happen. And today we stayed with that. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, she's going to get evaluated. Hopefully it's nothing serious. She's just got need in the pubis magnificence. I don't know what they call it. Hopefully she'll be okay. But it's funny, the bench actually came in and they gave us a lot of good minutes. I don't know if it translated into stats, but Jenny came in, Megan came in the first half and was, brought that physicalness. Rose been great since she got here. So we did get some good minutes. It just didn't translate into points.
This is your 7th game now shooting over 40% from 3.
Yeah.
This might sound a little bit like a cliche question, but just how are you able to find a rhythm
Yeah.
consistently, and then in turn, just space out the floor.
Yeah, I haven't been as, consistent as I've liked, feel like I've had a lot of games where I've just missed a lot of looks that, can really help us. But, the way we're structured right now, we get a lot of open looks, we're trying to space the floor. Make sure Breezy's at the top of the key, setting all those picks and diving hard. And it's hard to guard a team with a lot of shooters, Washington, the Seattles, the Connecticut's. I mean, that's what we want to get to. And today we put it together with a nice half defensively in the second.
Perfect. And then I know you guys brought up Diamond, just
Yeah.
her athleticism and her ability just to make any play on the floor, it seems. I know she started the first half of the season, she's transitioned to the bench. What have you two seen from her in that role, and how has she been able to really solidify herself as that, go-to scorer?
It's unfortunate because I think she was going to have a big game tonight.
Yeah.
Like you could feel it, I think she really wants to come out and play well for us and for herself. And today you could just tell, when you're around someone at shoot around and, before the game, I had a feeling she was going to have a big game tonight. Unfortunately, she, had to come out, but, she's a pro. She comes in, works every day. She communicates with everyone. And I mean, she's a big piece of what we want to do. And, we just got to keep evolving and keeping everyone, involved.
Thanks. We're gonna take some questions from Zoom. Michelle, go for it.
Thank you. Diana, I'm just wondering, like, maybe what you tell.
Michelle, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry, we'll look into it. Debs, you have a question?
In front of those people from
Not again.
went to speak on it.
Right.
And before you haven't played over there knowing that
Yeah.
situation, what did that feel like for you to keep that?
Yeah.
Representatives to show support for her?
Uh,
It's not easy
yeah.
to do in Russia.
I mean, it's huge. Max is a big thing, a big piece of Russian basketball. He's been to the GM at ECAP for, as long as I can remember. I have a great relationship with him. We talk pretty often. And, I think they have the same sentiment as we do, wanting BG obviously to come home and, for them to go there and talk on the behalf of BG. I mean, she's been a big part of Russian basketball. She's done a lot for that country, throughout Europe, winning EuroLeague titles, representing their country in a lot of ways. So I chatted with him a little bit today and, I think it was nice. He said they made eye contact and he saw, a smile on BG's face. And I'm sure that meant a lot to her for them to be there and to defend, her character and everything she's done for them. So hopefully this is all trending to a place where we can get her home as quickly as possible. All the other stuff, all the other things people are saying, to me doesn't matter. How can we get her home as quick as possible? That's all that matters.
Do you think that's just encouraging on your part, given the situation in that country?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I played 10 years in Russia. You don't speak against the government. You just don't do that. And not only that, they just have a completely different way of looking at life where they might agree with a lot of things. I think sometimes here in the West, you get muddied a little bit and thinking we're always right, they're always wrong, or vice versa. Every country's different. Every country is different. And we just got to get her home as safe and as quickly as possible. That's the only thing I care about.
And
Last question,
Diana, you also set another record. You made.
Aren't you guys just so tired of that?
You made 5 threes tonight, which is your 70th career game with five or more triples, and no one else in WNBA history